there's 7 or 8 of these fights. We'll go through them all anyway, but it's just a brilliant card. Fair play to the organiser. I think it's Turki Al-Sheikh who puts all this on. He puts the old...
He told that I want to make this fight on February 22nd. We sit, we talk, 3 of us, and I'm happy that I have a chance.
If you look at Artur threw over 1,000 punches in a 12-round fight. And if you look at when Artur hit him, how he went on his bike, he'd go on his bike for like a minute and a half, and then try to come back the last 30 seconds.
Following their initial encounter on October 12, 2024, where Artur Beterbiev secured a majority decision victory over Dmitry Bivol to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion, both fighters expressed interest in a rematch. Both fighters are to meet again in the ring on February 22, 2025, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Russian professional boxer Dmitry Bivol, in a recent interview with Boxing News, reminisced the time he fought with Artur Beterbiev and stated that he always likes coming back to Riyadh. In addition, he said that even if he lost the previous time he was in Riyadh, he acknowledged the defeat as a valuable learning experience, highlighting his determination to grow from the challenges he faced.
To be honest, I like to come back here. I had good memories before, and even that fight, I got good experience. I mean, last fight, and now I'm in my camp, and I was invited for this huge celebration of the most famous boxing magazine.
Dmitry Bivol denied stating what he learned about Artur Beterbiev in the fight, implying he will work and plan accordingly. He told the fans that this time he will make a few adjustments and be more focused and plan better based on what he had learned.
Of course, I will change something. I will be more focused. I will work more hard to do much more better. And about him, I don't want to talk too much what I learned, but I learned something, of course.
Bivol candidly discussed his performance and outlined a commitment to self-improvement. He added, "I just need to be better in all points, move better, throwing more punches, harder punches, everything better." Speaking on redemption, Dmitry said that winning the rematch is always on his mind. However, he expressed his intention to discuss the achievement only after it becomes a reality.
I need to get it and then I will explain. I don't have it, but of course it's sitting in my head, this task which I need to deal with.
Former pro boxer Froch, excited for the bout to happen, stated that only the true boxing fans understood when Beterbiev versus Bivol happened the first time. Reflecting on the initial bout, Froch revealed that he had scored the fight in favor of Bivol on his personal scorecard, further heightening his anticipation to see the two light heavyweight titans clash once again.
But for the purist and the people that understand boxing, that realised what they were watching, would have been on the edge of the seat, mesmerised by the skill level and the quality of both operators. Now, Bivol didn't get the decision. I thought he'd won when I watched it on the night. Beterbiev obviously won. He's unbeaten.
Froch advised Dmitry Bivol to be more interested and put more effort towards the end of a fight, as the first time he lacked in the last 3 rounds. Whereas, in comparison, Beterbiev was still hanging on and fighting to win, stated Froch. Advising Bivol, Froch stated, "When the judges see someone trying to finish the job or trying to make the fight happen, they tend to give them the round, and that might have been Bivol's downfall."
I think Bivol maybe needs to look a bit more interested if that's fair, towards the end of the fight. Maybe around 10, 11 and 12, I think he needs to get more shots off because he finished slow. Beterbiev put it on him a little bit more. It looked like he wanted to be in there a bit more. It looked like he was trying to win and trying to get that victory, and the judges do like that. When the judges see somebody going forward, trying to finish the job or trying to make the fight happen.
Concluding his remarks on the highly anticipated rematch, Froch described the bout as a closely contested matchup that could swing either way. He emphasized that Dmitry Bivol needs to adopt a more aggressive approach, urging him to get busier in the ring. Praising Bivol's abilities, Froch referred to him as the knockout merchant, but cautioned the fighter to stay vigilant and avoid getting caught by Artur Beterbiev's devastating power.
First one was really close. I think this one's going to be really close. Bivol needs to be busier, but you don't want to be getting clipped, does he, from Beterbiev, because he is a knockout merchant. This is actually the first time, this win against Bivol was the first time as a professional that his fight's gone the distance. He's ironed everybody out before that. But yeah, great fight, and it's the main event on what is a fantastic fight card.
Gareth Davies, journalist and a leading voice in the world of fight sports, shared his insights on the upcoming rematch, emphasizing that it promises to be an extraordinary one. He believes that Dimitri Bivol will strategize and approach this contest with a renewed perspective, potentially leading him to victory. Gareth Davies expressed confidence that Bivol's adjustments in technique could make all the difference in the ring. He suggested that fans can expect a fierce battle filled with intense moments, ultimately making this rematch one for the ages. On the contrary, he also stated, the worst one to get a crowd there is Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol, but it's the biggest trade fight as their Russian fans don't travel.
Even though Roy Jones Jr. is telling Artur Beterbiev on his tour of the UK at the moment, you've got to go in there and smash him this time. I think Bivol will be faster, smarter this time, and they'll end up going into round 25 in another 6 months' time, maybe in September, October 2025.
Boxing manager and promoter Frank Warren spoke on TalkSport Boxing podcast, showing excitement for the rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol. Promoter Frank Warren praised the upcoming Riyadh season card on February 22nd, calling it something really special that fans have been eager to witness. Warren acknowledged that even he had not anticipated the Riyadh season becoming such a transformative event for the sport after the involvement of Turki Al-Sheikh. Admiring the fight card, Warren stated, "I've never seen a card like this. It's so spectacular."
Well, I said to you at the time, when the Riyadh season was announced, when HE got involved, this is going to be a game changer. But even I didn't realise what a game changer was going to be. And I mean, this card on the 22nd is something special, Ali. When you look at it, I mean, every fight on there is a magnificent fight. I mean, I've never seen a card like it. It's so spectacular.
Frank Warren acknowledged that Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol are currently the top two, the best, light heavyweights in boxing, highlighting their exceptional skill and dominance in the division. He expressed high expectations for their upcoming rematch, predicting a closely contested bout. Reflecting on their first encounter, Warren praised the fighters for delivering an incredible performance, showcasing their full range of skills in an unforgettable match.
But it's a great fight. The best two light heavyweights in the world. Last time round, it was an excellent fight. They displayed all their skills. It's a rematch.
American boxer and former kickboxer Chris Algieri appeared on the ProBox TV to discuss the fight card of Riyadh 22nd February 2025 event. Algieri praised the fight card, stating that he loves it from top to bottom, while he tempered expectations, suggesting the Beterbiev-Bivol rematch may not deliver the gangbuster action many anticipate. He emphasized the fight's significance. Algieri highlighted its importance not only for the light heavyweight division, but also for shaping the pound-for-pound rankings across the sport. Chris stated, "It's by far the best Riyadh card on paper that's been put together."
Listen, compared to the last fight, obviously what we saw in the first fight, it's not going to be a gangbusters type fight, but it's a very important fight for the weight class, for the divisions, for the pound-for-pound rankings. So the level of that main event is humongous. But then you got a couple heavyweight bangers on there that can really steal the show.
Italian-American former professional boxer Paulie Malignaggi appeared on the same show with Chris Algieri, and echoing Algieri's sentiments, Malignaggi described the main event as less of an explosive brawl, but a great brawl with more of strategic elements like a chess match. Reflecting on their first encounter, he noted that neither fighter broke position, showcasing a disciplined and calculated battle at the highest level.
Some explosive fights on the card, but your main event is probably another real tough chess match. But again, let me reiterate this though. Bivol, the fight was a chess match the first time around because Bivol didn't break. If Beterbiev can make Bivol break it any little bit, the way most of his opponents break, and Bivol starts losing positioning because he can't have the mental concentration, that fight opens up as well.
Malignaggi emphasized the difficulty of maintaining such discipline, explaining that opponents at this level continuously set intricate traps. While he couldn't guarantee the same dynamic in the rematch, he speculated it might unfold similarly. Referring to the first fight, Paulie added, "That was a very, very high IQ fight that I don't know if words can really explain it."
That fight didn't open up the first time because neither guy was breaking position. It was a very, very disciplined fight at the highest level. Let me tell you how difficult that is to do at such a high level when you got guys setting various traps, one guy who hits super, super hard, and all the other liabilities and nuances happening.
Paulie Malignaggi observed that Artur Beterbiev appeared genuinely surprised by his victory in their first encounter, while Dimitri Bivol did not protest the decision, accepting it without complaint. Despite the outcome, Malignaggi believes that Bivol could have potentially won the decision, highlighting the close nature of the fight.
Beterbiev took the win, but when I got the decision, for me, he looked a little bit surprised that he got the decision. Bivol didn't complain about not getting the decision, but it feels like he could have got the decision, and most people think he could have got that decision. So, you know, it could open up, but I think neither guy's gonna break because neither guy's gonna feel like they didn't do enough the first time around.
American boxer Lionel Thompson, popularly known as Lonnie B, spoke with FightHype.com. Thompson predicted that Beterbiev would not allow the fight to go the distance this time around. He stressed that while Bivol managed to avoid a knockout and lasted the full fight in their previous encounter, that alone does not equate to a victory.
Like, why people saying that? Because they not used to seeing nobody go the distance from Artur. So they figure, oh, if he went the distance, so he must have won. If you really watch the fight.
Lonnie B shared his analysis of Dimitri Bivol's performance in the first bout against Artur Beterbiev, stating that while Bivol performed well, he excelled more at surviving than winning. He explained that Bivol appeared to focus on going the distance rather than decisively securing the victory, fighting in spurts and attempting to win the fight in brief moments rather than dominating throughout.
Bivol did extraordinary. Like, he did good. I'm not even going. He did extremely good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. But when you watch the fight, he did good at surviving. He fought to go the distance. He didn't fight to win. He fought in spurts. He tried to win the fight in spurts.
Lionel Thompson stated that if we carefully analyze the first fight, it's clear that Artur Beterbiev emerged as the winner. He added that while the highlights may showcase a few good moments for Dimitri Bivol, a thorough review of the fight reveals how much he struggled against Beterbiev's relentless pressure and power. Lonnie B added, I gave Bivol like 3 early rounds, because my thing is this, he was throwing spurts and a lot of that stuff Artur was blocking.
And people not used to seeing guys do that against Artur, so that's what probably can be a little deceiving to fans. Like, oh, Artur lost. Like, and then the highlights, they show him having a couple good moments against Artur and act like he won. But when you watch the fight, Artur clearly won. I thought he clearly won.
For the highly anticipated rematch, Lionel Thompson shared his insights, predicting a more aggressive approach from Artur Beterbiev. Thompson stated that Beterbiev is likely to focus on body shots to wear down Dimitri Bivol and will not allow the fight to go the distance. Instead, Thompson expects Beterbiev to push for an early and definitive victory, solidifying his dominance in the light heavyweight division.
I think this fight he gonna stop. I think this fight he go to the body more. He gonna stop Bivol.
Highlighting the importance of body shots in the rematch, Lionel Thompson emphasized that if Artur Beterbiev targets Bivol's body from the very first round, he could deplete Bivol's stamina, potentially exhausting him by round 9. Thompson believes this strategy would wear down Bivol and pave the way for Beterbiev to secure an early stop page.
Probably 9 or 10. If Artur starts to the body in the first round, I think he'd get him out of there about 9 or 10.
Okay.
American former professional boxer Roy Jones Jr., in his interview with Seconds Out, praised the upcoming rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol, describing it as another extraordinary fight. Recalling their first encounter, Jones emphasized how remarkable the bout was, particularly given Beterbiev's reputation for knocking out opponents. While fans were hoping for another knockout, the fact that Beterbiev was unable to stop Bivol spoke volumes about Bivol's defensive skills and overall boxing ability.
I thought Bivol might have edged out early, but Beterbiev did come back good late, and both of them fought a little bit different than what they used to fight. So I think what the real thing was, we was expecting to see Artur try to knock him out, because it's Artur 20-0 from knockout. So when he didn't try to knock him out, it showed us that he had boxing skills too, but that ain't what we know him for.
Roy Jones Jr. expressed his desire for both Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol to go for the knockout in their upcoming rematch. He particularly hopes to see Beterbiev revert to his usual aggressive style, fighting hard as he typically does. However, Jones also wants to see Beterbiev incorporate more boxing skill and intelligence, urging him to box more strategically and smartly throughout the fight. In response to the question about what Dimitri Bivol needs to do in order to secure the victory, Roy Jones Jr. said, "Attack more, be ahead, stay ahead, and when you get the lead, keep the lead."
This time I'm hoping he'll go out and do what he did and box smart, but I'm hoping he'll look for the KO. And I know Bivol probably understands he wants to win this time, he's gonna probably look for the KO.
British commentator Andy Clark spoke with The Boxing Social. Clark's passion for the sport was evident as he spoke about the highly anticipated rematch on the horizon. He described the upcoming event as one destined to be unforgettable, with its electric atmosphere and high stakes generating immense excitement among fans. The blend of elite talent and compelling storylines behind the matchups has created a strong sense of anticipation, positioning the event as a must-see spectacle for boxing enthusiasts worldwide. worldwide. He firmly believes that this time, the fighters won't be messing around. "It's an amazing card," he exclaimed, adding, "People talk about the best card of all time." The combination of talent and the narrative behind the matchups is fueling a sense of anticipation, making it a must-watch event for boxing enthusiasts everywhere.
From the October fight, but yeah, I guess how do you see the rematch? I don't know, obviously, how you viewed the first fight, but how did you view the rematch so soon after the first fight?
Yeah, I mean, 4 months, you know, it was a hard fight. It was a hard 12 rounds. I thought Bivol did enough, but I didn't have a massive problem with Beterbiev getting it. I didn't see how you could have him 8-4.
Recently, Artur was in a media talk where he answered a few questions. When Artur Beterbiev was asked if it would be commercially advantageous to give up the victory in a close rematch so that they could get a third fight, or if he would rather knock out Dmitry Bivol early, Beterbiev responded by saying that if the interviewer were a boxer, he wouldn't be asking such a question. Beterbiev explained that while some fighters might have the ability to land a knockout punch and finish early if they choose, he knows that a knockout does not depend on desire alone. He emphasized that many factors must align for a fight to end early, and that it requires much more than just a wish to finish the opponent. Beterbiev spoke on the potential profitability of a third fight from a commercial standpoint. Beterbiev simply replied, in translation, "In any case, it will be as it should be."
Если бы вы были боксером, я думаю, вы так бы не спрашивали так вопрос, потому что я не знаю, может быть, кто-то делает, может заканчивать бои досрочно, если он хочет, или там, я знаю, там. Это же не от одного желания зависит, там много чего должно сыграть вместе, чтобы все получилось.
Artur Beterbiev acknowledged that the rematch will definitely be a different fight, as both fighters have now seen each other and been in the ring together. He noted that this familiarity will influence their strategies and the overall dynamics of the bout.
Кто как боксирует, мы уже видели друг друга, да? Я думаю, конечно, это другой бой будет. А какой это очень интересно.
In response to a question about whether 4 months of preparation would be sufficient, Artur Beterbiev stated that it's not about rebuilding, but rather focusing on addressing the shortcomings from their previous encounter and making the necessary improvements. Beterbiev emphasized that the key is refining aspects of his performance rather than starting from scratch. When Artur Beterbiev was asked about the fans who idolize him and consider him the #1 and best boxer, regardless of weight class or division, he responded humbly, acknowledging that it is flattering but noting that he does not share the same view of himself. Beterbiev remained modest, emphasizing that he does not currently see himself as the best, but appreciates the support from his fans.
Я думаю, не то что перестроиться, я думаю, можно кое-какие вещи поправить, исправить.
As the highly anticipated rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol approaches, it is clear that both fighters are eager to make adjustments and come out on top. With both men prepared to showcase their skills and adapt their strategies, fans are in for another thrilling encounter. Whether it's Beterbiev's relentless power or Bivol's technical mastery, this fight is shaping up to be one for the ages. We want to hear from you. Who are you rooting for in this epic battle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the rematch and other exciting boxing news.